You. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Law, and we're going to begin with our misdemeanor first appearance calendar for individuals who were recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail and have been charged with misdemeanor offense or offenses. Your cases soon after being booked at the jail have been already formally accused by the prosecutor. So today at your first appearance, I will let you know what is your new case number, what are the charges brought against you, to appoint counsel for you when necessary, to set a bond, and also in certain cases to give you a new court date. Let me see, Ms. Strong, what is our new court date? Is it the same as yesterday, August 5th?
August.
All right, thank you.
It's the 8th, Judge.
8th?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, for some of you, the cases will be reset to August 8th at 9 a.m. That's a Thursday. And that next court appearance will also be a virtual proceeding. So if anybody plans to attend, please make sure you obtain the Zoom link from the clerk's office. If you're a defendant charged with one or more misdemeanor offenses, I'd like to remind you that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. With regards to bond, some of these cases have already got a bond set by the magistrate who had reviewed and issued the original arrest warrant. We may go with that preset amount. Otherwise, based on argument, your criminal record history, if you have one, and the circumstances of the case, bonds may be set either as a signature or release bond with conditions attached, or it may be a surety or cash bond in which you would have to pay for your bond either out of your own pocket or through a bonding company. All right, let's begin with courtroom 2. What do we have?
Position number 28, Mr. Sensato.
And Ms. Strong, do we have any add-ons? I didn't see any at my last check of the calendar.
No, ma'am. This should be everybody. And I apologize. Today is the reset date is the 7th, Judge, not the 8th.
It's the 7th, August 7th. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's a Thursday, right?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. Thank you. Antonio Salcido, who's representing him?
I am.
All right, Mr. Dutt, is there a language barrier?
No.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Salcido is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property, criminal trespass, and obtaining an unlawful entry into MARTA. Case number is 25 CR 4202C. Mr. Salcido, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
30. 2023 trespass obstruction conviction. 2022 battery conviction. 2020 invasion of privacy conviction. 2020 residential entry conviction. 2 FTAs from 2018. Want me to keep going?
No, we're good. Thank you. Ms. Polk, yes, good afternoon. What's the recommendation?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The state's recommendation on this case is going to be a $1,000 surety bond on the criminal damage to property and a $500 SOB through pretrial services on the unlawful entry and the other criminal trespass. And we are also asking for a stay away from all MARTA property in accordance with the existing suspension, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. As Your Honor knows, this was due to the defendant going to that location and spray painting the Georgia State MARTA station and spray painting the pillars without permission while he was on a 1-year suspension that was already in effect until April of 2026. You've heard the defendant's relevant history. As you've heard, he has FTAs as well as this is a criminal trespass, which would make it bond restricted. That's all for the state.
Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, my client is 33 years of age. He does not have consistent work. He does have some work-related things here and there, but nothing consistent, Judge. But in all honesty, I understand the restrictions. I know the $1,000 bond, I don't believe he's going to be able to bond out. And that's where we're at, Judge. If the court were to consider pretrial, that's what I would ask for, Judge.
Bond is set at 500 on each count. Total bond is going to be 1,500. This is a surety bond. He's to stay away from all MARTA stations, all MARTA property, no buses, no trains, no parking lots, no sidewalks, and definitely not the stations, and to express his artistic inclinations off MARTA property. Next court date is August 7th. Thank you.
Position number one, Ms. Alston.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
All right, no painting except at home. Thank you. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch the case number. Please let me know.
Number one, Alston.
Okay, thank you. Kamani Austin is accused of willful obstruction of an officer from July 24th. Ms. Austin, your case number is 25 CR 4216C, and you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Bronstein. All right, welcome back, Ms. Bronstein. Haven't seen you in a minute. Okay.
Actually, Deepak Saha from my office is going to be handling this one.
Okay, understood. And Ms. Falk, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Falk. I can barely hear you, but let's hear from Mr. Howard first.
State, you got first?
Yes, I believe so.
And what's the recommendation?
So, Your Honor, and I cannot remember if it is associated with the number of willful obstructions. We are agreeable to either an SOB through pretrial services or an SOB through the jail, depending on whether this is going to be a bail restricted offense. But the defendant has, as you've heard, it's her first arrest. She was arguing with her boyfriend. An officer became involved. She cursed at the officer and was placed under arrest after she refused to comply with the officer. We don't feel that she is going to be a danger. So that is why we are making that recommendation, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
$1,000 signature bond through the jail. Please make sure her address is current so she can come back when summoned, and no violent contact with law enforcement. Thank you.
Thank you. And Your Honor, Deepak Saha, the host made it so that he could not turn on his video. So
And who's that? The boyfriend?
No, that's my intern who's handling a few cases.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay. What's the name?
Deepak Saha PD.
All right. Miss Grace, are you hosting? No, Miss Young. Can you see this person in the waiting? He's
I'm
here.
on the Wakey Money.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Got
you.
it. Thank you.
Different screen, but I'm in the room with him for any of the cases he handles.
Understood. Thank you. Next case, courtroom 2.
Number 8, Ms. Hall.
This is Africa Hall, accused of simple battery and 2 counts of disorderly conduct, accusation 25 CR 4214B. Ms. Hall, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is also Ms. Bronstein. And Mr. Howard?
What we got? Second arrest.
Mm-hmm.
2010 affray. That's all.
All right, thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victim in this case, and his information to us is that he does not know the defendant. This was the first time he had encountered her. He confirmed the events in the warrant. He stated he still goes to that Planet Fitness and has not seen the defendant since, and he does not want any contact with her. As you may recall, Your Honor, this is the case where back in October of 2024, the defendant was in the Planet Fitness, got into an argument with Frank Watson, who's our victim, slapped the back of his head and kicked his cup over. So we are agreeable to a pretrial, a signature bond through pretrial services. Stay away from the Planet Fitness at 13071 Georgia 9 in Milton, Georgia, and no further contact with Mr. Frank Watson. We do also ask for no alcohol, drugs, or weapons in 2 days of anger awareness. That's all for the state.
You know, I knew something like that would happen at a gym one day, but who knows? Okay, Ms. Bronstein, on each count is going to be 500. The total bond is going to be 1,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. She's allowed to return to the Planet Fitness but she has to use a different club. Is that possible for her?
Yeah, we have no issues with her not going to that location.
Oh, well, heaven forbid I refuse her entry to a gym, but all right, she cannot return to the specific gym at 13071 Georgia 9 in Milton, Georgia, and no contact with Frank Watson, who by
And Your
now,
Honor,
yeah,
I apologize. I did not mean to interrupt. I did neglect to sound for Frank Watson if he is here.
yes, he is here. Let's see if there's he's got a six-pack and biceps to be proud of. Mr. Watson? Now he's still in this middle of his workout. So, all right, moving on.
Number 24, Pickman.
Nicholas David Pittman is case number 25 CR 4229C, accused of battery and simple battery. Mr. Pittman, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms.
Judge, this case
Jessica?
is a conflict. I don't believe there's a conflict attorney. And I believe Mr. Pittman has other felony issues that may be keeping him anyway. So, I mean, I would leave it to the court whether to proceed now or reset it to get a conflict attorney, Judge.
All
I
right.
will say, PD Haddad, he does not have a bond on this case. So that would be the only, I would say the only issue on the table right now is that this is currently set as no bond.
My practice is I will appoint counsel to represent him, and presently I'll appoint Maureen McLeod. Is Miss McLeod on this Zoom by any chance?
No, Your Honor, I was unable to. She's not available today, and I was unable to contact Mr. Murphy.
That's fine. I'll appoint Maureen McLeod. Mr. Pittman, your attorney is going to be Maureen McLeod unless she submits a conflict. His case number is 25 CR 4229C. As he's charged with misdemeanors, I'm compelled to set a bond. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
11. He been in custody since June 5th. 2024 FTA. 2024 shoplifting conviction. 2024 simple battery trespass conviction. 2023 obstruction trespass conviction.
All right.
2020.
Go ahead. No,
And
I
you're-
mean, that's good. That's what I meant.
And he's currently in custody on a felony case where he has a $5,500 surety bond set. He also has a foreign hold from Sandy Springs.
Understood. Mr. Pittman, you've already in the Fulton County Jail on a bond of $5,500. You've been in custody for 51 days, so I hope that you'll be able to make bond. But for this new case that apparently occurred at the Fulton County Jail, your a bond on the battery is going to be 1,000. On the simple battery is 500, and that's going to be a total of 1,500 bond. No violent contact with the staff and officers at the Fulton County Jail. Thank you. Next court date will be August 7th. And we'll let Ms. McLeod know that she will be representing you unless she has to conflict out as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have position number 10, Ms. Howard.
Position 10, okay. Shanquella Howard is accused of criminal trespass from July 23rd of this year, case 25 CR 4208F. Ms. Howard, you've been advised. Were they there when I was announcing their rights, Francois?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You have been advised of your rights, and your attorney at the present time is going to be Ms. Bronstein. Mr. Howard?
81. On probation, simple battery. 2 different probations for simple battery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually it's 3. 2025 probation, 2024 failure to appear, 2022 ag assault conviction.
All right. And Ms. Falk or Ms. Harrison, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is $1,000 surety bond.
Which is the amount set by the warrant.
Yes, Your Honor, that's a
Okay,
preset bond.
I'm good. Thank you. Ms. Bronstein, any objection?
So Ms. Howard did tell me that she would be unable to make the $1,000 surety bond. So I understand the history that pretrial said. However, she did want me to ask for a signature bond. She's 35 years old, has lived in Atlanta her whole life. Her family's here, siblings. She has 3 children. Her means are limited due to she only gets SSI. And she is requesting a signature bond.
35 years old, you said?
35 years old.
And she's got 81 cycles. That is quite an accomplishment.
Your
Ms.
Honor,
Howard,
the
yeah,
state does want to point out that she's a repeat trespasser at this location.
I've read the warrant. Thank you. Ms. Howard, you have a significant number of arrest cycles for someone so young, and you've got a prior failure to appear, much less your probation violations. Under the law, someone with this many issues on your history, you do not qualify for a signature bond. So every time you're somewhere and they tell you need to leave, you need to listen, because otherwise you get to enjoy our hospitality. Your bond at the present time is going to remain at the $1,000 surety bond, and your next court date is going to be August 7th. And if you didn't listen to them, listen to me. You cannot return to the 1049 Ponce de Leon location. If you make bond and you go back there, you'll be arrested again. Next court date is August 7th. Thank you.
Number 14, Mr. Nikhil Jordan.
Your Honor, Mr. Murphy is on the line. I just wanted to alert Your Honor in case you didn't see him.
No, I didn't. I thought we weren't able to reach him. So
He just came on, Your Honor. I updated his name, so that's good. Do you want to assign that other case to him?
certainly.
Okay,
Mr. Murphy, good afternoon.
He has the paperwork already.
You
Good
know?
afternoon, Judge.
All right. I just reassigned a case to you, and you should have the paperwork from Ms. Young. His bond has been set, and we'll see him on August 7th. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Next case, please. Courtroom 2.
Number 14, Nikhil Jordan.
Okay. Nakia Jordan is accused of 2 counts of battery, criminal trespass causing damage to property, and simple battery from July 22nd of this year. Case 25 CR 4210J. Mr. Jordan, you've been. Am I got right case? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 charges. Okay. Mr. Jordan, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be. Mr. Murphy, is that your client as well?
Oh, Mr. Saha is handling this.
Oh, Mr. Saha? All right. Your attorney is going to be Mr. DePaul Saha. Mr. Saha, would you mind lowering your device so we can see your full face? Just a tad more, tad more, tad more, tad more. Oh, I'm probably going to knock the computer over. Okay, we're good. Thank you. All right. Mr. Saha is your attorney. Mr. Howard, any priors on Mr. Jordan?
18, 2015 probation. I think the last violent charge I saw was 01 robbery conviction.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you. And Ms. Harrison.
Yes, Your Honor. On July 22nd, officers responded to 620 Camelot Drive in reference to a domestic dispute. When they arrived, they met with Ms. Tamika Gober, who explained that the defendant arrived at her front door and entered her residence uninvited. She ran to her bedroom and locked the door, telling the defendant to leave her house and exit the premises. He kicked the bedroom door in and began punching her in the face. While officers were on the scene, they observed visible injuries on Ms. Gerber, including swelling on her face, a busted lip, and scratches. We did have a chance to speak with Ms. Gobert today. She stated that her and the defendant were in a relationship. They do not live together. They share no children. She did state that she is not in fear of the defendant, but she thinks that they should not have any contact, and she wants him to stay away from the residence. He will need a one-time escort to retrieve his belongings. The state's recommendation is a $4,000 surety bond, no contact at all with Ms. Tamika Gober, a stay away from 620 Camelot Drive, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol, and we'll sound from Ms. Gober at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Tomika, Tomika Gober, Gober. If you're on Zoom, this is your moment to unmute and start your video. Tomika Gober. All right. Yes, Mr. Saha?
I thought we were doing position 14, Nakia Jordan. Is that not?
I've been rattling off on Nakia Jordan, position 14. Nakia Jordan, please raise your right hand. Yep, that's him.
Okay, we just wanted to double check.
Okay. All right. Mr. Saha, any response?
Yeah, so Mr. Jordan's 50 years old. He's a lifelong Atlantan. His whole family stays here other than his father. He has 3 kids, all adults now. So we would just, and his ability to pay right now is not sufficient. So we would just request a signature bond. And also we need to update with the clerk his address.
It's
Okay.
not Camelot Drive, is it?
We'll put that in the chat as well.
Okay, but his address is not Camelot Drive, correct? Can you hear me, Mr. Saha?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It was we had audio issues.
He does not live at Camelot Drive or anywhere near that location in South Fulton. Would that be correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. On the battery count, on each battery count is going to be 1,500. On the criminal trespass, it's going to be 500, and the simple battery is 500. This is a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. Mr. Jordan, you can sign a release bond, but you are to have no further contact with Tamika Gober, and you're to stay away from the entire apartment complex or condominium association, I do not know, but you cannot be within 200 yards of 620 Camelot Drive in South Fulton. If you have private belongings at that location, you're allowed a one-time visit, but you must go with a law enforcement officer, and that visit cannot exceed 1 hour. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and no firearms. And you are to attend and complete 4 anger management classes, and you have to start those classes within 30 days of being released on your signature bond. All right, and Ms. Strong, you should already have Mr. Jordan's current address. His next court date will be sent to his new address, I guess, in Cruz Street. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Number 6, Ms. Dulles.
6. This is Kimberly Joyce Douglas, is that correct? All right, case 25 CR 4206E, accused of theft by taking from July 23rd, 2025. Ms. Douglas, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Bronstein, yeah?
Yes, and this is actually a co-defendant case. I didn't realize until I had spoken to both co-defendants. So does the court want to handle both cases at the same time?
Could you refresh my memory on who the co-defendant is? I'm afraid.
Alfonso Grant.
Grant, is that person in courtroom 2?
Yes.
All right. So Miss Douglas is accused of theft by taking. Her case number is 25 CR 004 206E, and she's represented by the PD's office through Miss Bronstein. Mr. Grant, remember seeing that? Oh, position 7, excuse me. Alfonso Grant is accused of theft by taking and willful obstruction of an officer, and his case number is 25 CR 004 207E. And Mr. Grant, you'll be represented. Where's Mr. Grant? All right, that was a switcheroo right there. Courtroom 2, please unmute. Courtroom 2, is that Alfonso Grant? I just want to make sure. I saw a different gentleman.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Alfonso Grant, so if you didn't hear me before, you're accused of theft by taking and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and your case number is 25 CR 4207E, and where's Mr. Murphy?
Right here, Judge.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Murphy. Okay, Mr. Murphy, will you take this case?
Yes, I can speak to Mr. Grant.
Have you spoken to him before?
I had not, Judge. I had not.
All right. So courtroom 2, let me first find out. Ms. Harrison, are you recommending a release bond or signature bond for both of them?
No, Your Honor, they're both recommended surety bonds.
Okay, in that case, courtroom 2, Mr. Dennis Murphy will need to speak to Mr. Grant. So I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Going back to Ms. Douglas. Mr. Howard, any priors?
Second, 2 counts of disorderly conduct conviction from 2019.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation for Ms. Douglas?
The recommendation for Ms. Douglas, Your Honor, is $1,000 surety bond. We were asking for a stay away from the incident location. I know Your Honor is familiar with the warrant. It doesn't appear that neither defendant has actual residency here. From the events in the warrant, it looks like they were staying possibly in someone else's unit. So we're asking for a stay away from the incident location, and no contact with the victim, and also no contact with the co-defendant.
All right. And Ms. Bronstein, does she have ties? Ooh, $25,000 bond. Boy, who did she take off? All right, go ahead, Ms. Bronstein.
She has a lot of ties to the community. She's 41 years old. She is from the Atlanta area, has lived here her whole life. She has family nearby, daughter in Decatur. She can go live with her mom. So she has places to go, stable, consistent location here. She previously did housekeeping work, is currently unemployed. So she unfortunately would not be able to make a $1,000 bond, or certainly a $25,000 bond. We are requesting a signature bond in this case. I don't understand how $25,000 bond happened. I know we're not litigating the facts today. She says she was under the impression that anything left was trash and she could take. So we are just requesting a signature bond or very low bond. Like I said, she does have stable housing ties to Atlanta.
Where's the stable housing?
So it's, your mom lives in Dahlonega, right?
Dahlonega?
So her daughter lives here, but the mom lives in Dahlonega, so she will be staying with her mom in Dahlonega.
And how will she report to pretrial?
We can't hear you.
How will she report to pretrial?
My mom can bring me.
From Dahlonega?
Yeah.
That is solid commitment. Okay. $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. To stay away from the incident location and no contact with Alexandria Caston Thomas, and also to stay away from Alfonso Grant. Next court date will be sent to her mother's place in Dahlonega. And if she doesn't show up, we get to issue a bench warrant, and that tends to go nationwide. Even in Dahlonega. Thank you.
Can I give her instructions on how to update the clerk's office?
Just send her current address to Miss Casey Strong. Don't send it to everyone. All right.
Ron, you asked them to send it to Chanel Young. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, to Chanel Young.
Well,
Why
I
did
don't want to get it conflicted. I'm the case manager for the day, but if you have addresses, please send them to her. And I'm sorry, Judge, if you could give me the address, her documents are not populating in the system for whatever reason, so I don't know to stay away, and the person's name.
Oh, the incident location? The person's name is Alexandria Caston, Caston, Thomas, common spelling. And I don't recall the incident location off the top of my head. Miss
I'm here,
Harrison?
Judge. I'm Alexandria Caston. I'm here.
I didn't know that because you have your name as Ava.
I'm
So
so
please
sorry. I'm here.
start your video if you want to be heard.
Here I am, Judge.
What would you like to tell us?
The mail room is not the trash room. Like, it's a secure location. They
So
went
what's the location?
the Atlantic Aerotropolis is a residence.
The Atlantic Tropolis?
The Atlantic Aerotropolis is a residence.
Aerotropolis. Okay. And what's the address of the entire complex?
3640 South Fulton Avenue, Hateville, Georgia, 30354.
Okay. And do you know the fair market value of the items that were allegedly stolen?
Yes, it was $816.16.
Make sure that you keep Miss Douglas's contact information so you can file a civil suit against her. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. And if you see her anywhere in the location, make sure you call the cops.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. You're free to go. Ms.
Thank you.
Harrison, we've got the address also. Thank you, Ms. Thomas, you're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Courtroom, Mr. Murphy, do we have any more conflict cases coming? Oh, we still have to deal with Mr. Grant. You ready, Mr. Murphy?
If you can send me to a breakout room, I can talk to him or a phone number, I can call him out.
Mr. Murphy, I sent you a phone number in the chat.
Okay. All right. I'll pull it up and call shortly. All right, Judge, I'll out and call him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
26 Robertson.
Emmanuel Robinson is accused of theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass from July 23rd, accusation 25 CR 4201B. Mr. Robinson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
20 plus. Got an open trespass out of Dallas, Texas. Open
Damn.
shoplifting out of Roswell. On parole out of Dallas for burglary. 2025 failure to appear. 2024 public peace. Failure to ID. 2023 possession of a controlled substance conviction. 2020 ag robbery conviction.
That's good. Thank you. Ms. Polk?
Yes, Your Honor. Let's see. With Mr. Robinson, we have the state's recommendation is a $2,000 total surety bond, $1,000 per count. That is the bond that is currently set by the magistrate court. We're asking that remain as set with an anti-theft course. Stay away from the 844 Cleveland Avenue Southwest in East Point Walmart. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. The defendant went to that location, stole $147 worth of clothing and personal items, attempted to pass all points of sale, and has a permanent trespass warning from that location because he's a repeat offender, having multiple incidents in the Walmart system. So I will say, although we're asking for a stay away from that specific location, we may need to ask for one for all Walmart locations because it seems that they are quite familiar with him. That's all for the state.
Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, Mr. Robinson is of limited means. He does construction, although he's currently unemployed. I would just ask for the court to consider the lowest bond possible. I know he's not going to be able to make a $2,000 bond, Judge. That's where we're at.
All right. It's going to be $1,000 on each count, and that's going to be a $2,000 surety bond. Otherwise, it would have been a $300 cash bond. So I think a $2,000 might be more affordable than a $300 cash. And to stay away from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue, and to stay away from all Walmart stores in the state of Georgia. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And we will see him on August 7th unless he bonds out.
Number 25, Ponder.
Shamika Ponder has got a case with 3 misdemeanor offenses, 25 CR 4221Y, 1 count of battery and 2 counts of simple battery from an October 24, 2023 incident. Still within 2 years. Okay. Ms. Ponder, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors?
7. Last violent arrest I saw was 07 battery, simple battery. That was dismissed. Most of the history is driving related.
Okay. And is the Miss Harrison, who's the alleged victim? I'm sorry, please unmute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your Honor, the victim is Miss Waishika Johnson.
Have we had a chance to speak to her?
We did speak to her. She stated that her and the defendant were dating the same guy at the time of the incident. She was at the incident location with the guy, and the defendant walked up on her and began to attack her, and she sustained a black eye. And so shortly after that, the defendant sent her threats via Instagram, and then about a year or so later, reached out and apologized. She's not seen the defendant or spoken to the defendant since the incident, but she does wish to have no contact with the defendant, and she was not available to appear on Zoom today. Your Honor, the state's recommendation was $1,000 for each count, which is a $3,000 surety bond. and a stay away from 2037 Martin Luther King Road, and no contact at all with Ms. Johnson. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Okay. Mr. Haddad, it's going to be $1,000 on count 1 and 500 on count 2 and 3 each, a total of $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1 to attend and complete 2 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. Make sure her address is current with the courts, no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and to stay away from Waishika Johnson. No contact with Waishika Johnson. And just advise her that this Romeo just isn't worth it.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case.
There was no stay away from the location, just the defendant, right?
Yes, Mr. Howard?
No, Casey said something.
All right, Ms. Mistral?
I was there, just the no further contact with the defendant, no stay away, correct?
No stay away. Just
okay.
Waishika, yeah. No contact with Waishika Johnson. Yeah.
And what was that total?
2,000, 1,000, 500, and 500.
Level 1. Okay.
Yes, sir. 2 anger awareness classes. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
Number 11, Jackson.
James Jackson Jr. is accused of battery and simple battery from July 24th of this year, case 25 CR 4212G. Mr. Jackson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Bronstein. Any priors, please?
Third, he on probation for armed robbery.
Mhm.
They gave him a I think it was a 20-year sentence. But that's all I got.
Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm not quite sure, and we did speak with the victim in this case. She stated that she and the defendant are both employees at KFC and confirmed the events in the warrant. That she also stated that they were friends, but were never in a relationship. And the defendant had never been violent with her in the past. He was fired as a result of this incident. He is not allowed to return back. She does want no contact and does want to stay away. This incident, just to refresh your recollection, happened July 24th. Defendant was harassing her, asking if she was talking to other men. He then pushed her and began punching her in the face several times. She had a right eyebrow, right cheek, and lips that were swollen as a result, which kind of makes the fact that they were not in any kind of previous relationship even more disturbing. The fact that he just essentially started asking her whether she was talking to other men and then just unprovokingly attacked her is, disturbing. We are asking.
I'm sorry, this happened at the workplace, right?
Yes, they both worked at KFC at the time.
Okay. Understood. And what's the recommendation? I'm sorry?
We're asking for a $5,000 surety bond, Your Honor. $2,500 is to each count. Stay away from the KFC located at 2323 Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard in Atlanta. No further contact with Kuyana Middleton. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We're also asking for at least 5 days of anger awareness. The defendant has a history of violence based on the armed robbery, and so we are concerned for risk of reoffense. That's all for the state.
All right, Ms. Middleton, if you're on Zoom, this is your time to unmute and start your video.
And Your Honor, I didn't sound for her. She did say she was not going to appear on Zoom today.
Okay. All right. Ms. Bronstein, on the battery charge is going to be $2,500. On the simple battery is going to be $1,500. And that's going to be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. He needs to complete 5 anger awareness classes and no further contact with Miss Cuanja Middleton, and to stay away from where she lives, where she works, which will include the Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is Kentucky KFC, right? Okay.
Yes.
23 Joseph E. Lowry Boulevard. He can't go there. And wherever she happens to be physically located, he cannot communicate with her in person, through mail, email, third-party, phone, computer devices, and even on social media. So, Mr. Jackson, if you want to preserve your $4,000 signature bond, make sure you have nothing to do with Miss Middleton. Otherwise, you'll be arrested again. Understood? Thank you. Report to pretrial twice a month.
Bridget.
Mhm.
And Your Honor, can you give me that breakdown again?
2,500 on the battery, 1,500 on the simple battery.
And Your Honor, just so that we can register our objection to a signature bond for a person who has a conviction for armed robbery.
Understood. Thank you.
Number 33, Ms. Williams.
33. Lanita Williams is accused of simple battery from July 24th, case 25 CR 42288. Ms. Williams, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors, please?
26. Open case out of Ohio. Possession of drug paraphernalia. Open fade to appear out of South Carolina. It's a 2024 case. 2022 DUI conviction. 2020 malicious injury to property conviction. 2019 public drunk conviction. 2019 assault and battery conviction.
That's good. Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, this case has a preset bond of $1,000 surety. The state is asking to uphold that. We're asking for no contact with Zanib Fariha, a 2-day anger awareness class, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And we will sound for Ms. Fariha at this time, and that'll be all for the state, Your Honor.
Ms. Fariha, this is the time to unmute and start your video if you want to be heard. Don't see anyone by that name. Okay. Mr. Haddad?
Well, Your Honor, my client is 53 years of age. She reports to me that she does receive disability, SSI income. So it's very limited. Even with $1,000 bond, she won't be able. I don't think she'll be able to bond out. And I would ask the court for a lower, maybe pretrial, but I understand the
The
position.
FTA is going to be tough. All right. And she lives in Dayton, Ohio, correct?
That's correct, Judge. She was here visiting when this came about.
Understood. Bond is set at 1,000. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Ms. Faria. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. If she makes bond and she returns to Dayton, Ohio, please make sure that she maintains a current address with our court so that we can send her summons to come back. Thank you.
Number 12, Stanley Johnson.
Her next court date is August 7th, by the way. Stanley Johnson. Case number is 25 CR 4209A. And he has got 5 misdemeanor offenses that have been brought against him. So let me see. I have 2 counts of battery family violence, 2 counts of simple battery family violence, and 1 count of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Mr. Johnson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Bronstein. Any priors?
This is 10th arrest. He got an open CWAC out of Clayton County. 2018 ag assault, no bill. 2015 battery DV dismissed. He had a stalking, terroristic threats, first offender from 07.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. On July 24th, officers responded to 609 Hutchins Road in reference to a call for a woman screaming for help. It was called in by a neighbor who wished to remain anonymous. When they arrived on scene, they observed a male and a female sitting in a vehicle in a driveway. And when the male saw officers, the defendant, he was later identified as, actually snuck out of the car and crawled to the back of the house and began to flee from cops. And they had to chase him down in the woods area behind the house, giving him commands to stop as he continued fleeing. They made contact with Ms. DeVille Chandler, who was seated in the passenger seat of the vehicle, and officers immediately noticed bruising, swelling, and a laceration of her eye. Her eye was extremely bloodshot at the time. She informed officers she was in a physical dispute with the defendant throughout the day, which she was struck by him several times. She informed officers that the altercation actually started the Wednesday before, so they had been arguing for a full length of the day. And Mr. Johnson, the defendant, became angry and struck her multiple times in the head with a closed fist. And ultimately got to a point where he was dragging her to the car by her shirt and kicking her in the leg. We did speak to the victim today. She stated that her and the defendant are in a relationship. They live together at the incident location. They have no kids together. She stated this incident occurred because the defendant went through her phone and was accusing her of cheating, and he began punching her in the face. He hit her with a steel-toe shoe. He was whipping her with a belt. He also placed a knife to her throat and face and threatened to kill her. She went outside, and that's when he began to pull her to the car because he saw she was trying to make it to the car, and he was dragging her and hitting her. She stated that this went on all day Wednesday until early morning Thursday. And she sustained the busted eye, bruises on her elbows and knee, pain in her feet. She was in so much pain and so injured, she was unable to go to work on the 24th due to her injuries. So that was yesterday. She stated that this was the first time the defendant has been physically violent toward her. She would like to continue contact, Your Honor, but the state's position, in light of the defendant's criminal history, and as pretrial noted, he does have a 2015 battery family violence that was dismissed and a slew of other arrests and convictions that are for violent offenses, a 2005, I'm sorry, battery conviction, a 2006 simple battery conviction, a 2018 ag arrest. Our recommendation is a $5,000 surety bond. We're asking for a stay away from the incident location. We are asking for no contact with DeVille Chandler, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond. And Your Honor, again, we just want to reiterate that we do think this defendant is a threat to public safety, again, in light of his criminal history and the severity of this incident. We'll sound for Ms. Chandler at this time, and that'll be all for the state.
DeVille Chandler, if you're on Zoom, this is your time to unmute and start your video if you want to address the court. I see a couple of people with some strange names on the screen, but I don't see her. Do you know if she was going to show up? No?
Our notes say she would be on Zoom, Your Honor. I'm not sure because I don't see her name either that she's here.
Okay. Ms. Bronstein?
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Johnson. He is 51 years old, has lived in Atlanta his entire life. He did graduate from college. He had been a truck driver for several years, but at this time does not is out of work. I asked him if he had somewhere else to stay, and he did say that he would be able to get another location, another place to stay. So I told him to update the clerk's office once he gets that address. And obviously, you know, we're not litigating the facts. He had a very different statement of the facts than the state did, but that's for another time. We are asking the court to take all of that into consideration. He really just does not have much money.
Okay. On each count of the battery family violence is going to be 2,000, and the remaining charges are going to be 1,000 each. So that's going to be a total of $7,000 surety bond. No further contact with DeVille Chandler to stay away from 609 Hutchins Road in Atlanta, Georgia. He's not, let me repeat, he is not allowed a one-time visit to that location. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And his next court date is August 7th. Thank you.
Position number 31, Ms. Ware.
Christy Ann Ware is accused of criminal attempt to commit a misdemeanor from June 13th of this year. Ms. Ware, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Haddad, and your accusation is 25 CR 4227D. Mr. Howard?
8th arrest. Got an open possession of a Schedule 1 out of Coweta County. On probation in Towns County.
Any FTAs?
2021.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $2,000 surety bond, a stay away from the Chevron Food Mart located at 4891 Rap 7 Road, Rap 7 Highway in South Fulton, Georgia. No contact with any staff at that location, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. Your Honor, would you like a brief recitation of the
No, I've
facts?
got it. The one I got was Chevron Food Mart at Roosevelt Highway. Am I?
Okay, it might have been a typo. That sounds better. Roosevelt Highway.
In South Fulton. All right. Mr. Haddad, she's got a prior FTA. The lowest I can go is 500.
Your Honor, and I mean, I understand the court's position. I would have asked for a release through pretrial services. She's 39 years of age. Relates to me that she's been employed for the last 6 months at Dunkin' Donuts. She has 2 kids, Judge. One of them is an adult or barely an adult. She's from the Atlanta area, well, metro area, Judge. I would just ask for whatever lowest possible bond, Judge. And I understand if the court's not inclined on granting a release through pretrial, obviously stay away is a no-brainer in this case, Judge.
$500. I don't know if a bonding company will pick that up. So I'll go with a $25 bond, cash. Is that acceptable?
That I think that would be better than 500, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
$25 cash bond. She is to stay away from the Chevron Food Mart at 4891 Roosevelt Highway in South Fulton. And if she gets arrested again for anything else, that $25 cash bond will be amended to a $2,500 surety bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Next court date is August 7th. If she bonds out, make sure that we have a good address so that she can show up for court. Thank you.
Number 16, Mr. Lucado.
Did you say 16? 1-6?
I did.
Okay. Amani Lucata is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence, case 25 CR 4217D. Incident date is July 22nd of this year. Mr. Lucata, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Mr. Howard, anybody?
Second, 2017 simple assault PI conviction.
All right.
That was out of Chatham County.
Thank you. Ms. Folk?
Yes, Your Honor. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victim in this case. The victim being Miss Yasmin Kindred. She did communicate to our victim witness advocate that they are in a relationship, they don't live together, and they share no children. She stated the incident location was her residence, and she asked the defendant for his phone. She tried to, and he gave her the phone. She read the messages. She tried to leave and still had the defendant's phone. He took it from her. He was still trying to talk to her, but she didn't wish to talk. And she again tried to leave. The defendant picked her up and put her on the bed. And that's how she ended up getting hit in the eye somehow. She stated that she does believe the hit was intentional and that this is the first time anything like this has happened. We will say that our main concern is that he has been previously convicted of simple assault. And we do ask that he have no further contact with Miss Yasmin Kindred, that he stay away from 111 Glenridge Points Parkway in Sandy Springs, and have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. I also think he would benefit from anger awareness due to this incident. The victim did say Miss Kindred said she will be on Zoom, so we would like to sound for her at this time. And that's all for the state.
Ms. Yasmin Kindred, if you'd like to contribute, all right, please unmute. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, this happened about 2-3 days ago. What would you like to tell us?
Yes. Hi, Your Honor. Yes, I just wanted to pretty much say that the incident it was a very rare case within our relationship. We don't typically do this. Amani, he's not violent or argumentative at all. He's very like caring and nice and gentle. This particular incident was a misunderstanding that went out of proportion. Again, this isn't like our usual dynamic of our relationship. As far as the injury that sustained to my eye, that did happen unintentionally from Amani. He did not at all hit me or beat me or anything. That injury kind of was it was an accident, but I can confirm that it was not any intention behind it. He was very apologetic after. He was sorry. He was crying. Like, it was a very unfortunate moment between our relationship, but I can confirm that this is not normal behavior between both of us at all. Amani, he poses no threat to me, as well as the community. He does a lot of community work. He also has a lot going for himself personally as well. With that being said, Your Honor, I would like the court to kind of consider his position and not to judge harshly on him, as he is a very good individual, and if possible to have the less harsher I guess.
I'm not convicting him. I'm just trying to decide what bond. I'm not convicting him.
Okay.
This is not the stage. We still have to go to trial. If I had
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
listen, if I had to listen to the 911 call, whose voice would I hear calling the police?
It would definitely be me. It was more concerning
That's
my
all I
eye.
need to know. That's all I need to know. Thank you.
And Your Honor, I
Thank
did
you.
neglect to actually put the state's recommendation, which is SOB through pretrial services, but we do ask for those additional conditions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Haddad, yes, I do. Any objection to, well,
No, Judge.
hear my bond and then tell me if you have any objections, okay?
Sure.
Okay, on the battery family violence is going to be 2,500. The simple battery is 500. This is a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further contact with, no further violent contact, with Yasmin Kindred. He may return to the location at Glenridge. That's her place. Now, if she says he cannot return, he needs to stay away. All right? It's just like a guest. If you're not wanted there, get out. You're not welcome.
No objection, Judge.
All right. But if Miss Kindred would like him over, that's on her. Within 30 days of being released, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 classes, and he's to attend and complete all these classes without missing or skipping any of them. He's not to consume any illegal drugs, no alcohol, and he's not allowed to own or possess any firearms. He will be subject to random screens for alcohol and drugs. His next court date will be mailed to his current address. If he changes it, make sure we are the first folks to find out in writing. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Next, Judge, I have position number 22, Ms. Pearson. That's for Mr. Murphy.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Murphy?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Murphy, are you ready to also address the other case with Grant, or have you already addressed it?
I'll be ready to address Grant and then Whitaker and Summerlin.
Okay, so with Judy Rosemary Pearson, who is at ACDC, she's accused of 2 counts of battery and 3 counts of simple battery. Her case number is 25 CR 04220Y. Incident date appears to be July 23rd of this year. Ms. Pearson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Dennis Murphy. Any priors?
5. Got an open ag assault out of DeKalb County. 2022 battery conviction. I think that's out of Florida. On probation for criminal mischief, damage to property, and she is wanted out of DeKalb County.
For the ag assault?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
There is a hold, she told me, Judge.
All right, sir. Ms. Harrison?
Your Honor, yes. The state's recommendation here, there was a preset bond for battery. We did amend the charges based on the facts in the warrant. So the state's recommendation for each count of battery is $1,800 each in line with the preset bond and $500 for each simple battery. I want to highlight just a couple facts from the warrant here. Yes, the incident did occur on July 23rd at the 5 Points MARTA station. Witnesses did observe the defendant and the victim in an altercation. They observed the defendant spit on the victim, and officers did observe a laceration on the victim, Ms. Lauren Battle's right eye, multiple bite marks on all parts of her body, including her breast and her inner thigh. They did also observe a bleeding cut on her right leg and cuts on her arm and right and left arm, as well as a bruised bump on her forehead, all due to the altercation that ensued between her and the defendant. We did speak to Ms. Lauren Battle today. She stated that she does not know the defendant at all. She's never met her prior to this incident. She confirmed the events in the warrant, and she would like to not have any contact at all with the defendant. And she did join us here on Zoom today. So we would like to sound from Ms. Lauren Battle. But again, our recommendation is a $5,100 surety bond, a stay away from the incident location, which is the 5 Points MARTA station at 30 Alabama Street, and no contact with Ms. Lauren Battle, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond.
Ms. Lauren Battle, if you want to address the court, this is the time to unmute and start your video. Ms. Battle, you need to start your video. Did you want to say anything?
I started the video. Oh, okay.
No, I can't see you. I
Yes,
only see
ma'am.
your okay, there you go.
I can say.
Raise your right hand.
Oh, okay.
I think your video wipe. Okay. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
What would you like to tell us?
I can say that this event, like she was saying, I've never met this young woman before. This was very extremely traumatizing to me. I've never been through an experience like this before. Having someone pretty much, I would say, put my life in danger, not only by inflicting certain marks that could possibly affect me medically, because I don't know your medical history. I'm not sure if you have any diseases.
Okay, we're gonna
So
go there. We're not
thank
gonna go there.
goodness
We're
I
not
didn't have
gonna
a
go
cut
there.
at the time
Okay.
when
You can mute her. Thank you. All right. Miss Mr. Murphy?
Yes, Judge. Miss Pearson's age 40. She's grown up in the Atlanta area. She's employed with IHOP as a cook. She has a definitive address in DeKalb County at 1579 Oldfield Road, Decatur, Georgia. She is underemployed currently. She does have family and relatives that live at that address. I'd like the court to consider a signature bond. She already has a hold for DeKalb, so she'll just have to go over there at that point. But she's underemployed. She has no discernible assets to make a surety bond at this point. Again, this is stranger to stranger. My client will certainly avoid MARTA if you'll allow a signature bond. And she doesn't know the.
Oh, Mr. Murphy, I lost your audio.
Judge, are we back there now?
Yeah, you were saying?
Judge, given her lack of assets, I'd like the court to consider a signature bond. And again, she has a hold for DeKalb, so she would only be going over to DeKalb at that point.
All right, thank you. This is an unfortunate circumstance. I'm not sure what led to this incident at MARTA, but Miss Pearson unfortunately has an open case for aggravated assault, and her history does not really help her as well. On each count of battery is going to be 1,000, and each count of the simple battery is going to be 250. Her total bond is going to be 2,750. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Lauren Battle, an ironic last name, but that's what we have. And to stay away from all Marta property. She's not allowed at the buses, at the trains, any of the stations, including the sidewalks and the parking lots. Her next court date is going to be August 7th. In the event she makes bond, she would need to wait for DeKalb County to come pick her up. So it'll be a release to any pending holds.
Thank you, Judge.
What's that total?
2,750 surety.
Thank you.
Position number 19, Mr. Carl, move.
This is State versus Carl Eric Moore, accused of theft by taking from July 15th of this year, 25 CR 4199E. Mr. Moore, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Is it Mr. Haddad or Mr. Murphy?
It'll be my case, Judge, if
All
it's
right.
more.
Any prize, Mr. Howard?
24. He just got put on probation last year in Gwinnett. Theft by taking 2 counts.
That's good. Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. We are going to ask for a $2,500 surety bond in this case that is already set by magistrate court, remain as set, an anti-theft course, no further contact with Kenneth Price, and stay away from 638 Church Street Northwest in Atlanta. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. This happened July 15th of 2025. The defendant had the Ring doorbell to Mr. Price's home activated, showed the defendant walking from his front porch with his daughter's scooter in his hand. Mr. Price came out, yelled at the defendant, and the two of them actually ended up fighting over the scooter that he tried to get back. And the defendant did admit to going on the property and taking the scooter, and he sustained lacerations as a result of the fight with Mr.
Price.
With Mr. Price to try to get his property back. As you've heard, the defendant's already on a felony theft by taking conviction, 2 counts out of Gwinnett County, where he's on 5 years probation, that he's essentially violating with this new theft. And for that reason, we are asking that the $2,500 surety bond remain as set. The victim did state he was able to get his scooter back, and he does not know this defendant and wants him to stay away from the residence. I would at this time like to sound for Mr. Kenneth Price. That's all for the state.
Mr. Price? Kenneth Price, if you're on Zoom, if you want to be heard, this is the moment. All right, Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, my client is 60 years of age, reports to me that he has been working. He's from the Atlanta area, has an adult daughter. I would ask the court to consider a $500 bond, Judge.
Bond is set at $2,000, just a surety bond. No contact with Kenneth Price, and to stay away from 638 Church Street in Atlanta, Georgia. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Thank you. Next court date is August 7th.
You said 2, Judge?
Yes, 2,000.
Number 2, Ms. Brown.
Marquita Brown is accused of criminal trespass, and her accusation is 25 CR 4203J. And incident date is July 23rd of this year. Ms. Brown, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Bronstein, excuse me. Any priors?
20. Hold on. No, got an open ag assault out of Superior Court. Case on judicial hold. It's 15 SC 131887. Open disorderly conduct, battery out of Clayton County. 2024 probation, FTAs. 3 FTAs from 2023, 1 from 2022.
Thank you.
Your Honor, as you've heard, there is a foreign county, Clayton County hold for her and a $1,000 preset surety bond from the magistrate court. We ask that that remain as set, especially in light of the multiple FTAs that this defendant has. She criminally trespassed at the Target at 6,000 North Point Parkway in Alpharetta. So we would ask that there be a stay away from that location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And she had been criminally trespassed earlier in the year, and has the criminal trespass warning has an expiration date of January 29th of 2026. That's all for the state.
Ms. Bronstein?
Your Honor, Ms. Brown is 54 years old. She is from Marietta and has lived in the Marietta, Atlanta area her entire life. As far as this case goes, she told me that she was not aware she was not allowed to go to that Target, and now that she knows, will absolutely stay away. I'd be asking, since she does have that hold that the state brought up, for a signature bond to the hold so that she can handle that as well right now.
Okay. And you're saying that she was not aware?
She informed me that she was not aware that she could not go to that Target. She went and purchased a few items.
Okay. Bond is going to be set at 500. It is a surety bond to stay away from the Target store at 6,000 North Point Parkway in Alpharetta, Georgia. And she unfortunately doesn't qualify for a signature bond due to her multiple FTAs. Once she makes bond, then she will be released to any pending hold she has at the time of release. And she's to stay away from that Target and to stay away from all Target stores in Fulton County, Georgia. Thank you.
Your Honor, I actually think a $1,000, because I don't think bonding companies would do that.
1,000 it is, surety bond. Next court date is August 7th.
Number 20, Ogletree.
Give me that name again, please.
Ogletree, Your Honor.
Wiltree. Okay, Ogletree.
Ogletree. Jimmy Ogletree.
Okay. Jimmy Ogletree is accused of reckless conduct and discharge of a firearm on or near a public highway or street from July 23rd, 2025. Mr. Ogletree's case is 25 CR 42008. Mr. Ogletree, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors?
4. Got an open trespass in state court. It's 24 CR 002-294A. 2011 obstruction, no low, and he has a bench warrant out of Roth.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. And I believe on that bench warrant, he has, and I just wanted to double check on that failure to appear, he has a $1,000 surety bond set. He has two $2,000 surety bonds set on the reckless conduct and discharge of a firearm for a total of $4,000. We do ask that that bond remain a set, that he stay away from Drummond Street Southwest, that he surrender any and all firearms to the sheriff's office, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Quite frankly, the defendant shouldn't have had a firearm in his possession based on the case that he already had, where the stipulation is no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. But this defendant was firing a handgun on July 23rd of 2025 at the Drummond Street location. Several individuals saw him, and he was arrested and did admit to shooting the firearm, stating he had just recently purchased it and wanted to shoot it. So for the reason that he's already violated his current case with both an FTA and a violation of the conditions of the bond of the original case, we'd ask that $4,000 surety bond remain as set with the additional conditions. That's all for the state.
Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, my client is 37 years of age. It reports to me that he's been in and out of the hospital all of last year. Apparently had open heart surgery. He's concerned about his medical health, Judge. Nonetheless, due to the bench warrant, I think that that kind of limits the choices for the court, perhaps. But I would ask the court to consider a $1,000 bond surety.
He received a release bond on April 26, 2024. Did he go into the hospital soon after that?
He did, Judge. He told me that he went to the hospital in May, spent a few weeks there, then was released and had the surgery in November of 2024. That's what was relayed to me. Of course, I don't have any way of at this point confirming or not
Okay.
anything.
So, Mr. Ogletree, we met about a year ago or more or less, and I expressly told you that I was giving you a release bond. You can stay at Drummond Street, but you're not to be visible to Rodney Swift, the alleged victim.
Yes, and
That's
I told
what
you
I expressly told you. I expressly told you that.
I stay away
I
from him.
also, no, I'm not asking for any input. I'm not interested in listening to you. I expressly also told you no illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and no firearms. We take the time to put that in the bond order so that if you ever forget, you can always go back to it and look it up, or you can contact the public defender's office to have someone read back to you your bond order. But apparently it didn't register.
He did register.
So I'm so glad to see that you are hale and hearty now. But let me remind you again, this is a new case against you. You are not allowed to have any firearms, whether it's a toy gun, whether it's a water gun, or whether it's a rail gun. You are not allowed to have any firearms. You can't buy them, you can't touch them, you can't play with them, you can't discharge them. They cannot be on your person, they cannot be in your home, they cannot be in your car that you occupy, it cannot be anywhere near you. If someone is walking near you with a gun, you need to run away because you cannot be near any kind of gun, toy gun or rail gun or a fictitious gun. You're not allowed to be anywhere near them. And a further condition is that you are going to stay away from 845 Drummond Street in Southwest Atlanta. You're going to find a new house, new housing. You are not allowed near Drummond Street because apparently you use that location as target practice, allegedly, and you're not allowed to do that. So you're not allowed anywhere near that area. And furthermore, with the new charges on the reckless conduct, that's going to be 1,000, and the discharge of the firearm, that's going to be 2,000, and that's going to be a 3,000 cash bond only.
Your Honor, if I may, and not, I just want to let the court know that he actually, well, first of all, I don't think he's going to be able to make bond, but his mother lives there and he lives with his mom, just in case the court is wondering why Drummond Street. In the event that he bonds out, Judge, which again, I don't think he'll be, I would ask a one trip to can retrieve his personal belongings from his mother's
Absolutely
house.
not.
Okay.
He was given an opportunity to stay at Drummond Street area and not break any laws.
Well, Your Honor, the issue I think is his personal property. I mean, if the court is ordering him out of the house, which is within the court's authority, I do think that he has to be allowed one trip to retrieve his personal belongings, Judge. I mean,
I hope he has good friends. I hope he has good friends who can get his stuff for him. But trust me, based on my prior order and the allegations set forth in the warrant and his bench warrant, he is not going to go back to that location.
Understood.
All right.
Your Honor, what's the breakdown?
1,000 on reckless conduct, 2,000 on discharge of a firearm. That's a $3,000 cash bond only. And if the state is going to curate a plea offer for this case, you better have a very good one for both cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we're going to address both cases on August 7th, this new one and 24 CR 0022948.
Okay, Judge, was the numbers 845 or was it 847? I see 847, but I don't know if I heard wrong. I just wanted to make sure.
I live at 847. Next door neighbor stay right next door. It's a duplex.
He cannot be anywhere on Drummond Street, so it doesn't matter what the number
So
is.
stay away from Drummond Street, period.
Right. Ms. Strong, just to clarify, yes, he lived at 845. The incident happened at 847. That's what the warrant said. But yes, stay away from all of Drummond Street. We'll clear that up. Thank you, Ms. Strong.
Thank you, Ms. Paul. Next case. More.
Number 23, Pierce.
23. Okay. Cornell Pierce is accused of criminal trespass from July 23rd, case 25 CR 0042228. Mr. Pierce, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Haddad. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, hold on. 14 on probation, criminal damage to property, second degree. It's 24 SC 003354. On probation,
I'm sorry, 003
354.
354. Got it.
On
Thank you.
probation for theft by taking obstruction, it's 25 CR 003 632A. 2024 trespass conviction, and he has some violent charges from the early 2000 conviction.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $780 surety bond as preset by magistrate court. We're asking for a stay away from 7112 Bayard Street. No contact with Ms. June Calloway, no violent contact with Ms. June Calloway, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And we would like to sound from Ms. Calloway. Your Honor, I want to state that we did speak to her. She states that she knows the defendant's mother. She's been trying to help the defendant. She has him come to her house to help her clean the carport, but lately he's been sleeping on her porch. She doesn't want him to sleep on her porch, but she would like him to still come over in the event she needs help cleaning out her carport. So we will sound for Ms. June Calloway at this time, and that'll be all for the state.
So this is an arrest for her being on the porch, but she just wants him back to do work.
Yes, Your Honor, not sleep on the porch. He doesn't have permission to sleep on the porch.
All right, it's a $5 cash bond, and only return to Bayard Street if Miss June Calloway calls you for work. Next court date's August 7th. Last time we received a $50 cash bond, but I think this is ridiculous. Unfortunately, he just took a plea on July 10th. Mr. Pierce, if you miss us, this is the fastest way of coming back. But right now, all you have to do is pay $5. But if you want to go back and work for Miss June Calloway, that's entirely up to you. But I would not recommend that. She's bad news for you.
Number 29, Mr. Smith, Chad Smith.
I'm 25, right?
29.
29, okay. Oh, I remember. Chad Edward Smith, yes, and accused of theft by shoplifting from July 21st, 2025. Case number is 25 CR 4230B. Mr. Edwards, Mr. Smith, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any prize?
I don't know. I didn't see him on my pool sheet.
Okay. Chad Edward Smith, not in your pool sheet?
I have to go check, but I don't recall.
Okay. Ms. Harrison, was he on your list?
Yes, Your Honor. He is on our list. For priors for Mr. Smith, I have.
Well, I know he's got a couple of issues with, at least with Fulton County, but
yes,
there was a theft by taking back in 2020, theft by receiving stolen property back in 2021. But now we are here with theft by shoplifting. What is your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. Our recommendation is $1,000 surety bond. We're asking for a stay away from the Walmart, which is located at 4735 State Route 138 in Union City. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And yeah, you were right about the prior shopping offenses. He has 20 arrest cycles. That'll be all for this.
Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, Mr. Smith is 37 years of age, reports to me that he's self-employed as a painter and plumbing. He's got a hold from Spalding County, Judge, so he's not going anywhere. I would just ask the court to consider releasing him to the hold, Judge.
All right. Bond is set at 1,000. It is a surety bond. Next court date is August 7th. To stay away from the Walmart, all Walmart stores in Union City. And I think they've only got one, but I'm not sure. And no illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you. Already had, this is a bind over case, isn't it?
That's why he wasn't on my pull sheet.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, it's a bind over.
All right,
What
understood.
was the
Thank you.
bond?
1,000 surety.
And that was all Walmarts or just the one in Union City?
All Walmarts in Union City. Do you know how many there are, Ms. Strong, in Union
It's
City?
one.
Okay, then just only one.
Okay.
Union City not that big.
Okay, courtroom 2, who do we have?
Number 3, Bryant.
Ahmad Bryant is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from an September 10th, 2024 incident date. His accusations 25 CR 4215J. Mr. Bryant, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Bronstein. And any priors with Mr. Bryant?
Now, this was on the pull sheet, but I somehow skipped this one.
Okay. Ms. Falk, would you happen to have his GCIC?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Just give me one moment so I can pull that up. Let's see. Okay. So Mr. Bryant, it looks like doesn't have any open cases here in Fulton County that I can see. Now, as far as the rest of his history, my apologies, it's in the wrong screen. Okay. As far as the rest of his history is concerned, Your Honor, what I am seeing is that he has 3 cycles, one previous for suspended license and registration in 2018, one previous DUI conviction in 2014. As far as this case is concerned, Your Honor, the defendant did slam the victim, Miss Tanisha Douglas, onto a hardwood floor, causing damage to her right arm. They were living together at the time of the incident, and this happened after she asked him to leave the home during a verbal argument. We did have an opportunity to speak with the victim on this case. She stated they are no longer in a relationship, they no longer live together, and they share no children. This incident happened back in September of 2024. This incident location is Miss Douglas's residence, and she stated that she did have some swelling to her arm after this incident. They have been in contact, and there has been no violence since. I will state that the one concern, the concern that we have is that they are continuing to communicate about the case via their jail calls that we received, and we do ask that they have no further contact at this point. We are agreeable to a signature bond through pretrial services with no further contact with Miss Douglas, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and stay away from her residence, which is going to be the address at 2621 Church Street in East Point. That's all for the state. We would like to sound from Miss Tanisha Douglas if she has anything she wishes to add.
Ms. Douglas, if you want to add anything to the proceedings, please unmute and start your video.
Not allowing me to start the video, but I just
Go
wanted to
ahead.
say
I can't, I gotta see you before I, oh my goodness, what do you have on your head?
a hat that I made.
Okay, you know there's no head covering for a courtroom proceeding.
No, I had no idea.
Okay. Would this be a bad hair day if you have to take it off?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Raise your right
Okay.
hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. So you still want contact with this young man?
Yes, we have been great friends for over 15 years. I do feel like he lost his temper due to personal reasonings. He's never showed any violence, tempers towards me before. No arguments since. I just think it was just a random moment of just emotions were high.
Does he live with you or does he live in Rex, Georgia?
He lives in Rex, Georgia.
All right, thank you very much. You may
Your Honor,
your screen. Yep,
I just have one question.
go ahead.
Miss Douglas, is it correct that the defendant told you when you spoke on your jail calls that you didn't take the right steps to have this case dismissed?
Well, he
Remember,
stated
you're under
that.
oath.
I'm sorry.
And just reminding you, you're under oath.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess he stated that he did not know, and I told him that I told him in the past that, you know, he did have a warrant, but I guess he didn't believe it was possible. I'm not sure. So he felt as if I should have told him more directly.
No,
And
we can stop. We can stop.
Okay.
Ms. Douglas, you are the alleged victim. You are on body cam, having told the officer you wanted to press charges. Okay? Let's leave it at that. Now, if he's trying to entice you to do something else, that's entirely between the two of you. But let's get to the bond. I don't want to. I don't want an explanation of what the parties intended from the jail call. But
And Your Honor, I do understand, but that still goes to the Ayala factors of intimidation of a witness if he's asking her, telling her she didn't take the right steps to drop the charges.
Understood. I think based on what the alleged victim said, I don't sense intimidation, but clearly I know how to move forward with this case.
I
Miss,
understand.
and you did say signature bond, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Bronstein, since your client lives in Rex, Georgia, on the battery family violence is going to be 1,500, and on the simple battery is going to be 1,000. This is going to be a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services, and this will be level 1 reporting. He is to have no further contact with Tanisha Douglas. Since they obviously don't have an intimate relationship anymore, they can afford not to speak with each other from now on until final outcome of the case. He's to stay away from the 2621 Church Street location in East Point or wherever Miss Tanisha Douglas lives. He's now under a court order to have no contact with Miss Douglas, stay away from her, do not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. Leave her and her hats alone. Do you understand? I can't hear him. All right. Now, within 30 days of being released, you will enroll and complete a domestic violence intervention program. It's going to be a series of 24 classes, and it's going to be a great learning experience about what a domestic violence context is and how one relates to an alleged victim. Understood? And you're not to miss or skip any classes. And hopefully with the completion of your domestic violence program, that may lead to a favorable outcome of this case. Just for the record, whenever there's an alleged victim in a domestic violence case, they have the absolute 100% right to call the authorities and to have intervention. 100%. I'm not arguing with you. I can't hear you, and you have a right to remain silent. Next court date will be sent to his address in Rex, Georgia. If he changes it, make sure he informs us in writing. Miss Douglas, you and your pretty hat are free to go, but keep this in mind. If you engage in any communication or contact with Mr. Bryant and we find out, the outcome will be he'll be back in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Position number 4. Mr. Carmen. Kobe.
This is who?
This is Jacoby Corbin.
Corbin.
Are you Mr. Corbin?
Nah.
Okay. Mr. Corbin is accused of criminal trespass on July 21st of this year, case number 25 CR 4205E. Mr. Corbin, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Saha. Any priors?
9. Got an open drug charge and theft obstruction. It's 24 PI 005963.
Thank you.
On probation out of Fulton, ag assault, ag battery, 2 counts. It's 21 SC 179-966. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation here is $1,000 surety bond. We're asking for a stay away from the incident location, no contact with the victim, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond. And this incident did occur on July 21st. East Point Police Department were dispatched to 3151 Harris Drive, apartment 1. They were called by a friend of the victim, Miss Brianna Chester, and she explained to police on the scene that the defendant had taken her cell phone because she was recording him acting out. They lived together at the incident location, and police had been to the residence earlier that day due to the defendant acting out, and had asked Ms. Chester to record him to get evidence because they couldn't make an arrest when they were there prior. We did speak to Ms. Chester. She stated that her and the defendant are no longer in a relationship. They don't live together. She stated that the defendant showed up to her home about 2 weeks ago. And again, this incident occurred on the 21st and had refused to leave ever since. She stated she asked him to leave, and he began to get aggressive, getting in her face and yelling. And she called the police to get him to leave the residence, but the officers told her that they couldn't make him leave. So after officers left, he actually picked her up and slammed her into the ground and took her phone. She stated he had been aggressive with her in the past, but this is the first time he's been violent. She's filed for a TPO order. That TPO or that filing is a 25CV009897. And she stated she doesn't want any contact with the defendant and she wants him to stay away from her residence. The state's recommendation, Your Honor, this case had a $1,000 preset surety bond. And we're asking again for a stay away from the incident location, no contact with the victim, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And we'll sound for Ms. Brianna Chester at this time. And that'll be all for the state.
Brianna Chester, if you're on Zoom and you want to be heard, this is your moment to start your video and unmute. Though the state's only charged him with criminal trespass on personal property, is that basically
Yes,
what?
Your Honor. We didn't, the warrant didn't allege the physical violence. We found that out later through our contact with the victim, through victim's advocate.
Are y'all planning to add that charge?
Possibly, Your Honor, yes, after court.
All right, Miss Chester is not responding. Mr. Saha?
Yes, so Mr. Corbin's a lifelong resident of Atlanta. His whole family resides here as well. He has 3 young children, aged 10, 7, and 5. He does have an alternative place to stay with his mother as of now. And Mr. Corbin's been a brick mason for the past 10 years. We just want to request a signature bond from this court if possible.
Unfortunately, he's got an open case in Fulton County Superior Court and an ag assault case in open probation case, also from Superior Court. Let me see what's going on with. Okay, on the Family Violence Protective Order case, Chester versus Corbin, she was granted a ex parte protective order. So hopefully, Mr. Saha, you will get the sheriff will get a copy of it and serve him at the jail. But presently, his bond is going to remain at $1,000. No, well, it's for trespass on a phone that was returned. So I'm going to put a $50 cash bond. No further contact with Brianna Chester, which is pretty much what the ex parte protective order says also, to stay 200 yards away from her, not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner, including cell phones, computer devices, third-party social media, and so forth, and also to stay away from the incident location. And what was that location, Miss Harrison? I'm sorry, I didn't write that down.
3151 Harris Drive, apartment 1 in East Point, Georgia, 30344.
Okay, and he doesn't share the children with her, right?
They have no children, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Corbin, you're notice right now that there is a protective order against you and now a bond order against you. So you need to make sure you stay very far away from Miss Chester, otherwise you might end up in jail again.
Yes, ma'am.
Next case? Oh, next case, next order, excuse me, next date is August 7th.
Number 7, Grant.
And Your Honor, this is the co-defendant case from
All right.
earlier.
Thank you. Mr. Murphy, you ready?
Yes, I am, Judge.
All right. This is your client's Alfonso Grant, accused of theft by taking and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Date is July 9th, along with co-defendant Kimberly Douglas. Mr. Grant, your case number is 25 CR 4207E, and he has been advised of his rights. Mr. Howard?
Second, 2012 driving without a valid license conviction. He's homeless.
Okay. On Mr. Grant, on the theft by taking, that's going to be, I know, Ms. Harrison, but I'm going to proceed. I've already heard the details and everything. On the
Yes,
theft
Your
by
Honor.
taking, because he doesn't have a residence, it's going to be difficult with pretrial. Mr. Murphy, do you know if he has a residence?
Judge, he has family in the Atlanta area. I have to reach out to them though. At this point, he was unemployed, but he does have a place where he can stay in the Atlanta area. He's given me a phone number for me to reach out to a person that's on the lease that will allow him to reside pending this area or pending the outcome of the case. He is Atlanta native. He went to Clarkston High School. Judge, he has limited resources right now. And we'd ask the court to consider a reasonable bond under the circumstances. I would ask for a signature bond. I know the court has its concerns without a discernible address. He was unable to communicate that to me, but he does say he does have a place to stay. He just couldn't communicate the address.
Courtroom 2, please unmute. Do you have an address, Mr. Grant?
The address is the same area, same place.
That would be a problem.
I know.
On the theft by taking, that's going to be a $50 cash bond. On the willful obstruction, that's going to be a $10 cash bond. His total bond is $60. Hopefully, Mr. Murphy, when you reach out to his family, they'll be able to bond him out. He is to stay away from the Atlantic at Erythropolis at 3640 in South Fulton in Hateville, Georgia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and he's to also stay away from Kimberly Douglas. He's not to communicate with her in any way, form, or manner, and have no contact with Alexandria Caston Thomas. His next court date will be August 7th. Thank you.
Duly noted, Judge. Thank you.
What about my personal items?
I think I've also told Miss Douglas that you are not allowed a one-time visit to the location. So as soon as this case is resolved, you're allowed a one-time visit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Number 17, Mathis.
15, okay.
17.
Oh, 17, all right, got it. Trelanet M. Mathis is accused of 2 counts of battery, 1 count of cruelty in the 3rd degree, and 1 count of simple battery from April 12th of this year. Mr. Mathis, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Haddad. Any priors?
4, 2022 death by receiving suspended license. 2019 expired license conviction.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're aware of, this was an unprovoked attack at 225 James P. Brawley Drive, which is a park at that location. Miss Theodosia Lomax stated the defendant came up to her. She also stated she does not know him, like personally, approached her, struck her in the throat, causing her to fall to the ground, and began kicking her and striking her with closed fists. Her son, who is 12 years of age, did observe this. There's also a video that the officers observed showing the attack and showing the defendant just walking up to Miss Lomax and just beating her. The defendant, as he was walking away, repeated several times she earned it, but there is no other information regarding how this even started other than the defendant just attacking her. We did speak with the victim. She stated she does not know the defendant, but does know his father, and they were at the children's event at the park. She stated the attack was unprovoked. She doesn't know why the defendant attacked her, and that KT, her 12-year-old son, was present and witnessed the incident. As a result, the victim has suffered black eyes, bruises to her chest, arms, and back, and she stated she has not seen him since this incident occurred back in April of this year. We are requesting a $5,000 surety bond on this case. Stay away from that park at 225 James P. Brawley Drive, Southwest in Atlanta. No further contact with Miss Theodosia Lomax, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We're also asking for anger awareness. That's all for the state. We would like to sound for Miss Lomax at this time.
Theodosia Lomax, there she is. Ms. Lomax, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And so you have no clue who this person is?
No.
But you know his relative, his parent?
Yeah, I know his. Yeah, I knew his parents.
And how do you know his parents?
We ride motorcycles, so we attend a lot of motorcycle events.
And do you have some kind of conflict with his parents?
No, I do not. And I didn't know that was their son until after everything happened. So I don't know him at all.
And who told you that's your friend's son?
The father.
Okay. And his father enlightened you on any particular reason?
No, he said when it all happened, he didn't know what happened or why he attacked me. He said that he didn't know why he hasn't talked to him. By the time he came and spoke to me, they had already pushed him. People had pulled him off of me and pushed him out of the park. So he was gone. His dad didn't have a chance to talk to him. I also wanted to make note that he also, when they pulled him off of me, that he also threatened my 12-year-old son to beat him up as they were pulling him off of me.
Has he tried to communicate with you since then?
No.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Lomax. You may mute your screen. Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, my client is 35 years of age, Judge, has been employed for the last 10 years. He's married. He's got a newborn. I believe is a good candidate for being released through pretrial services. I mean, the court was inquiring. I think there is a relationship between the alleged victim and my client's father. Now, that doesn't mean that it's okay for based on what the allegations, but I think the court was inquiring, and there is something going on as far as the dad and Ms. Lomax. And that's neither here nor there, Judge, but I just there is some kind of a connection. Nonetheless, Judge, stay away. They've not had any contact. And of course, my client is now in custody on these charges, very serious charges, but it does not seem that his history is anything but I think I only heard traffic type infractions, Judge. I do believe he's a good candidate to be released through pretrial services.
Understood. On the one count of battery, it's going to be $3,500, and that's going to be a surety bond. On the remaining counts, it's going to be $1,000, and that's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services. His total bond is going to be $6,500 split. Once he posts the $3,500 portion, he will be on a signature bond through pretrial services, and that's going to be a level 2. I'm going to require him to either have a social worker visit, or if he makes bond, to undergo an MH evaluation or a BH evaluation and submit to any treatment. This must be done within 30 days of being released and reporting on pretrial bond. No further contact with Theodosia Lomax and her immediate family, including her minor children, to stay away from the location at the park at the Brawley Street. I can't remember the address. It was Orr Street and something. Is there a name for the park?
It was 225 James P. Brawley. I can pull up the name of that park.
Okay,
You
so
know, and I'll have the social worker speak to Mr.
okay.
Mathis. Thank you.
No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and firearms. Thank you. Next court date is August 7th.
What level pretrial?
Level 2.
Thank you. Number 21, Maurice Paul.
And Your Honor, I'm not seeing the name of the park. It just pulled up an associated location, but I mean, I see the green space, but it doesn't have a name on the map I'm looking at.
Hopefully the park is 200 yards long and he'll need to stay away from it. Okay.
Thank you.
Maurice B. Parks is accused of a traffic incident from July 22nd, 2025. His case number is 25 CR 4204C. The allegations are, first of all, a window tint violation, a seatbelt violation, tampering with evidence, possession of an open alcohol container, possession and use of drug-related object, and possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce. Mr. Parks, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Haddad. Any priors?
4. The open ag assault, a deadly weapon. Possession of a firearm during the commission, 4 counts out of the cab. I didn't see any driving related arrest.
Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking for a $1,500 surety bond, $250 per charge. As you've heard, the defendant has a previous arrest for possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, 2 counts in 2024. He was arrested in October of 2024, so about 8 months ago. He also is currently indicted under aggravated assault, 2 counts, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, during commission of a crime, 2 counts, where he was indicted in July of 2024 by the DeKalb County grand jury. On this case, as you've heard, he was driving, had dark tinted windows, was pulled over, had marijuana, an open bottle of Tito's vodka, 4 grams of marijuana, and also was not wearing his seatbelt. I'm kind of stating this based on our history of how we handle bond cases. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons are usually a common bond condition when a defendant is arrested and placed on bond, and he's kind of doing a twofer here. He's got the alcohol and the drugs. So we do ask for that $1,500 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, Mr. Parks is 31 years of age, currently unemployed, although he's been to Valdosta State, got a 2-year degree from there. Also got he's a freight broker from Atlanta Tech. I would ask the court to consider pretrial services, Judge. I think he qualifies for a level 2, Judge.
All right. On count 1, tint violation is 100. Count 2, seatbelt violation is 100. Tampering with evidence is 100. Possession of open alcohol container, that's 1,000. Possession or use of drug-related objects, that's 1,000. And possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce is 200. So that's going to be a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and no firearms. And he'll be subject to random screens. Next court date will be sent to his current address. No driving unless you have a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. Thank you.
I'm sorry, one more time on the conditions, Judge.
No alcohol, no illegal drugs, and no weapons and no firearms. He'll be subject to random screens. And no driving unless he has a valid driver's license, insurance, and registration.
Thank
Thank you. And don't forget to report to pretrial once a month.
Next person is number 5, Denmark.
Okay, Your Honor, that's a co-defendant case with Mr. Summerlin and Whitaker. And let me give you their positions.
Sam Whitaker is 32. Summerlin is 30.
30.
What was his number?
5.
5, okay. That's right. That may be form right there, okay. Okay. 30 and 32. Deputy, is Mr. Whitaker and Mr. Summerlin, are they there?
Yes, ma'am.
Are they in front? Can they be in the front bench?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, we have Marlon Lavon Denmark. Can you please raise your right hand? All right, thank you. You can lower your hand. You are charged with criminal trespass from July 24th, 2025. Your case number is 25 CR 4225G. Miss Raquel Summerlin? Or is that a male or female?
A male, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's-
And Raquel Summerlin, okay. And he is charged with criminal trespass, same incident date. Case number is 25 CR 4224G. And then we have Mr. Eric Whitaker. Raise your right hand. Very good, thank you. And he's got the same charge from the same date, case number 25 CR 4226G. All three of you are charged with criminal trespass. You have been advised of your rights. Ms. Bronstein, who do you represent? Ms. Bronstein or Mr. Saha?
I represent Mr. Denmark.
Denmark. So position number 5. So Mr. Denmark, your attorney is Emily Bronstein. And Mr. Murphy is still there. Mr. Murphy, with whom did you speak, if any of them?
I spoke to Summerlin and Whitaker.
All right. Who are you representing?
I spoke to Summerlin first.
Okay. So Mr. Raquel Summerlin, your attorney is going to be Dennis Murphy. And Mr. Whitaker, we're going to have to appoint a C3 or another conflict defendant for defense lawyer for you. And I'm going to see if Miss Maureen McLeod will take your case. Her name is Maureen McLeod, and we will contact her to let her know that she's been appointed to represent you. And that's for Eric Whitaker. Mr. Howard, any priors on Mr. Denmark?
For last was like 2018 FTA.
Okay.
I didn't see any trespass, so it was jail. Who was the other one?
Mr. Raquel Summerlin, position
2021. He had a 2021 FTA and some theft that was dismissed. Jail is my recommendation. And Whitaker has 11 2024 trespass no low. Stated he was homeless and he's wanted out of Gwinnett County.
All right. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation here is in line with the preset bonds, which is a 1,500 surety bond. We're asking for a stay away from the incident location, which is 1935 Hanley Avenue Southwest. No contact with any residents there, and no contact with any co-defendants, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol. And I briefly want to state that on July 24th, officers were dispatched to this location in reference to a criminal trespass call. They met with the owner, Miss Natalie Jo Williams, who informed her that neighbors called her because people were moving things inside and outside of the house. And she has a tenant that currently resides there, and the tenant is out of town. So that caused her to be alarmed. She called officers and gave them the key, and they entered the house and located the 3 defendants inside of the house in the back bedrooms. Ms. Williams is aware now that there are some items missing from the home. We did speak with her. She stated she owns the property. There's a tenant living there that's out of town. The washer and dryer is missing, but the house was completely like vandalized. Cabinet doors were pulled off. There were syringes and other paraphernalia around the house. She won't know the full extent of what's been taken until the tenant is back, but we would like to sound for her as she did join us in court today, and that will be all for the state, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Williams, she's not going to be?
She is here, Miss Natalie Williams.
Oh, Natalie Williams, okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Please start your video.
Let me do that. Okay.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
What is the tenant's name?
His name is Alex Hay.
And are there any other authorized occupants at the property besides Alex Hayes?
William Tate, who is out of state, and Jack LaMonaco.
Anyone else?
That's it.
Does the name Levy, Levie, resonate with you?
No, he does not.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bronstein?
Your Honor, Miss Williams, did you tell the three people to leave, or did you just call the police?
I had called the police because we were uncomfortable entering the residence.
Completely understand.
Because we were on the phone with the tenant who had informed us that he had all the lights off. And when we arrived at the property, there were lights on and something was flickering inside. And so we waited for the police officers to arrive, and we explained the situation.
Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Denmark is 50 years old. He is originally from Florida, but he moved to Atlanta in year 2000. He moved here after he left the Army. He was in the Army for 8 years. He did used to be an EPD officer for 3 years and did used to work for the IRS as well. Currently, he is on disability through the VA. He is in a program. He's been in there for a few months and that's about 3 weeks left for school. In this case, it was his understanding that he was visiting a friend who lived there. Obviously, that is not the case. However, it sounds like they were not told to leave as required by the statute. So we would be asking for a signature bond, either jail or pretrial for this case.
All right. Mr. Murphy, what's your argument for Mr. Summerlin?
Judge, my client thought he was a guest. No one notified him to leave, otherwise he would have left. He is a college graduate. He attended Georgia State University. He's an unemployed lab tech. He does have a residence. He resides with his mom at 1991 Delow Drive, Southwest in Atlanta. So, Judge, we'd ask the court to consider signature bond. He was certainly not intending to stay at somebody's residence without any reason or justification or any contract. That was not his intent. So we'd ask the court to consider a signature bond under the circumstances.
All right. On each defendant, the bond's going to be set at 1,000. It's going to be a surety bond to have no further contact with Natalie Williams and to stay away from 1935 Henley Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. And their next court date will be August 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Duly noted. Miss, your mom right now. Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Next case.
Number 27.
27.
Okay.
This is LaCorey Riles, accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence. The incident date is July 24th of this year. Accusation is 25 CR 4223G. Mr. Riles, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, it's mostly old. 2015 suspended license conviction. I saw 02 afraid. That's it.
So 3 cycles?
You say something?
Is 3 cycles then?
22
Oh,
cycles.
22 cycles. Okay,
Yeah,
but mostly old. Thank you.
correct.
Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. Officers responded to physical altercation on 7/24 at 2500 Pleasant Hill Road, Unit C15, between a father and a son. When they arrived on scene, they made contact with Mr. Riles Sr. He and his son have the same name, they're senior and junior. And he stated that the altercation occurred because he was talking to his son about him moving out, and his son rushed up and hit him and got in his face. Officers made contact with LaCorey Riles Jr., and he stated that his dad swung on him first and put him in a chokehold, and he bit him in self-defense to get away. Officers did observe multiple swelling on the side of LaCorey Jr.'s face from being struck multiple times. Officers did place both parties under arrest at the scene. The state's recommendation here is a $2,000 surety bond. We're asking for no further violent contact with LaCorey Riles Jr., no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, and completion of a 2-day anger awareness course. And that'll be all for the state, Your Honor.
So this is senior then?
This is senior.
Okay. I think we need to make a note of that on the.
Yeah, they don't have it designated on the jail.
Okay. Ms. Strong, how can we, or Ms. Young, how can we modify that to make sure that we've got his suffix as senior?
I'll update it, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Haddad, and this is no violent contact?
Yes, Your Honor. We didn't make contact with his son, but
The son is in jail, Judge.
right, because he's arrested.
So
On this court or Superior?
no, for here, Judge. Sorry to interrupt, Judge. I had a hard time finding him, but he's in Odyssey, and he is in custody. But I couldn't find a booking number, but I have a case number, and it shows that he's in custody. And my client confirmed that both him and his son were arrested, and they saw each other in Central Hole, Judge. For whatever reason, the son has not made it on a pull sheet. I don't know, but I have a for a case number for what it's worth, Judge.
What is it?
Your Honor, the reason why, because he wasn't fully booked in. That's the reason why he didn't have a booking number yet.
Understood. May I have his booking number though?
We didn't have one because he wasn't fully booked in. Once you get completely booked in, that's when you generate a booking number.
Okay. And
Your Honor, he had.
Go ahead.
There were some issues with Junior when he was arrested, as far as self-harm. And we'll amend our recommendation to no contact.
And what's the case number that you have, Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, it's 25-4790, which really at this point doesn't mean anything. That's what I could find in Odyssey.
Okay.
And Judge, I mean, this is my client's home. He's 45 years of age. I mean, I would ask, whether a stay away or not, it's not the point, but it's his home. He was actually, my client is the one that called the police. Police responded. By the time police responded, the son ran away. He was given a police report number, told to call back when the son returns. About an hour later, the son returns, and the son ends up biting my client. So the police are called again, and when they came back, they arrest both. So anyway, that I would ask for him to be released through pretrial services as well, Judge.
All right. On the battery family violence, that's going to be 1,500, and on the simple battery is 500. This is a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. 2 anger awareness classes. no violent contact with LaCory Riles Jr. And there's not going to be a stay away. He can return to that Pleasant Hill location in South Fulton. When I first said Pleasant Hill, I immediately thought Gwinnett County, but I guess there's a Pleasant Hill in South Fulton as well. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and he reports to pretrial once a month. And if he gets arrested again, he could lose this bond. Thank you. Oh, no illegal drugs and no firearms.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge Williams or Judge Mincy is taking the C calendar tomorrow, so please advise her if Junior's on the calendar, what the father got. Okay, thank you. Next case.
Position number 9, the courtroom is clear.
Position number 9. Is that our last case?
You're on.
No, we still got the Mr. London, the breakout.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, and Mr. London will need to bring a breakout. And Mr. David London is present and I believe would probably like to speak on that breakout.
Okay.
And Your Honor, for position 9, we'd like to request a waive sounding.
Yeah, I'll do that. Rahim Haziz is accused of 2 misdemeanor charges, and they are misdemeanor offenses, and we're going to waive sounding from July 13th, 2025. His accusation is 25 CR 4211Y. Mr. Haziz, you've been advised of was he in the courtroom?
Yes,
okay. So he's been advised of his right to remain silent, and his attorney is going to be Mr. Saha. His case number, I think I already said his case number.
You did, Your Honor, but do you want to take us off the YouTube?
Well, I've already waived sounding. I've read the warrant. So if you'd just like to give me your state recommendation, that would be adequate.
The defendant has no history.
Give her
Oh, I'm sorry, Price. Sorry, Mr. Howard.
Wait, let me ask, because Mr. Howard, I have no history. Do you have a history?
I got 19.
Okay, so
hold on for a
Mr.
minute.
Howard,
Hold on.
take it away.
Hold on. Let me check.
I've got a date of birth of July 8th, 1974.
All right, I got I'm gonna give y'all the history, then I'm gonna go check. Now I got 19 total. I see a theft out of Kansas. Failure to appear out of Jonesboro, Georgia. 2019 stalking, reckless conduct. 2018 stealing conviction. And I'm gonna go and verify that. I'll be back.
Okay. So, Your Honor, you're already aware of the facts. The state did add a second count, if you recall, from the warrant from a June 27th incident that Miss Ibarra also observed. We would ask for a $6,000 surety bond, $3,000 per count. Stay away from 178 15th Street Northeast in Atlanta. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. No further contact with Miss Alexandria Ibarra. And I'm not sure if the defendant lives at that address. It does not appear that he does, but we are asking for a stay away based on not only the incidents, but his conduct in trying to talk to Miss Ibarra, start conversation with her, and some other comments he made that were unwanted by Miss Ibarra. That's all for the state. We would like to sound for Alexandria Ibarra if she is here and present in the court.
Alexandria Ibarra. Please unmute and start your video. I don't
see her on the Zoom. I just wanted to sound out an abundance of caution.
Okay. Mr. Saha?
Yes, so Mr. Haziz works as a film marketing part-time. He's been dealing with homelessness. His car has been his primary place of residence, sleeping, just using as his home. He has some medical issues he needs to be dealing with in the near future. So, and due to his financial issues at the moment, we just asked this court to take that into consideration when setting his bond.
And Your Honor, we did neglect to ask for a social worker visit. I do have some concerns in that regard.
Okay. And Mr. Howard, have you returned?
Perhaps we should have spoken longer. I
Hmm.
don't think he's
No,
back.
no. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, that history was accurate.
Okay. Thank
So
you,
it-
Mr. Howard.
So it's 19 cycles? Okay,
Correct, between Kansas and the state of Kansas and the state of Missouri.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
On each count is going to be 2,500. This is going to be a $5,000 surety bond. Next court date is going to be August 7th. No further contact with Alexandria Ibarra, and to stay away from the incident location, which was the 15th Street location. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons.
This was
Two,
Aziz,
please
correct?
unmute. Yeah, this
Yes.
is Rahim Aziz, yes. Mr. Aziz, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. Oh, I forgot to mention, if he does make bond, he is to be released to any pending holds. And presently, I think it was a Clayton County hold, something like that.
And Your Honor, as far as the social worker visit,
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, and a social worker visit too, yeah.
thank you, Your Honor.
To me down here or at home?
I'm sorry?
The social worker is going to visit me.
The social worker visit will see you while you're at the jail, unless, of course, you bond out within the next 24 hours.
And I'm just curious, who was I supposed to have spoke to? Because I've never even spoken to him.
You have been arrested for alleged improper conduct before an alleged victim by the name of Alexandria Ibarra. And if you are unfamiliar, I'm glad. I'm sorry, Mr. Saha, did you go over the warrant with him?
We did, yes.
Did Public Defense Counsel, Mr. Saha, go over the warrant with you, Mr. Aziz?
Not thoroughly, because I didn't know of any woman that put charges against me, because I talked to him and I told him that I was having a video chat with someone else when the police officer came to my car. I never spoke to anybody publicly that was in the area. I was just at the park in my own car, minding my own business.
Well, apparently Ms. Ibarra reported to you and indicated that there was improper contact between you and her, and that this has been a repeat incident. So I am going to let Mr. Saha take the opportunity to speak with you. If you're still at the jail, I'm sure he'll be able to share that information with you. And if you need a copy of the warrant, Mr. Saha, you may obtain that from Odyssey or from the solicitor and share the details with Mr. Aziz. But
I am working part-time, so I was wondering if I could get some type of maybe signature bond so I can make work.
I would grant you, except based on the egregiousness of the allegations, you don't qualify for one.
I don't even know who that person is. Okay.
All right. Thank you then. Your next court date is August 7th. Thank you. All right. Who do we have in the courtroom?
Number 7, hold on a moment, Judge, you need to snap his jumpsuit.
I think Mr. Lund, is that Mr. London?
I didn't hear the number.
She said number 7.
7 was Grant, and we've already addressed it.
So then
London is 15.
15. Yeah, I was able to pull my calendar back up. Okay.
I think 13 was a waiver, right?
Yeah, sorry.
But yes,
Okay.
What about 18?
Well, let's find out. First of all, courtroom 2, who do we have in the seat?
Mitchell.
number 15, London.
Okay. Miss who was hold? Miss Young, can we stop the live stream